Is stress real? Is what we're talking about today on the East Central Business Show. I'm John Naylor. I'm joined by Dr. John Hinwood from the Stress Management Institute.
That's right, John.
It sounds like you're kind of qualified in the area to speak about this, yeah? Now, you actually held a qualification in stress management, yeah?
Yes, I'm a stress management practitioner.
Yeah.
I'm a chiropractor also by profession.
Oh, okay.
And since 2012, we've specialised in the area of stress because nobody in this country was specialising in it.
Oh, fantastic. Now, but let's get on to the question then. Is stress real?
Good question. And people ask that all the time. And my answer is no, it's not real.
Oh, okay. But then you've also, off camera, you're telling me there's 4 types of stress. So people have named it, people talk about being stressed. And what are these stresses that people experience?
Okay, there are 4 types of stress. Hans Selye was a Hungarian-born endocrinologist, went to Canada, and he's the father of modern stress.
Oh, okay.
And Selye's classification, which is the world classification now, is that number 1 is eustress, good stress, like euphoria.
Oh.
That's the stuff we need. And that's the stuff that exercise is a great area of helping us to produce happy hormones, to really help us, calm us, and give us a great life.
The happy stress.
Happy stress, good stuff.
Okay, that's at the top of the list. Okay.
Absolutely.
Well, what else have you got for us?
Well, then there's understress. Now, understress was considered to be bad stress for many years, and recently there's some great research surfacing now about dreams and people taking time out. And Steve Jobs was an excellent person in that arena. He would take understress time to do nothing, and they said that's where his thinking came from. That's where he could go to other levels.
Okay.
But the other area of under stress is where North American executives on retirement have an 18-month lifespan.
Really?
Yep. A colleague was sharing with me, he was speaking to the ATO at one of their major offices, senior management, and they said here it's 9 months.
Oh, really?
So stress is a toxic build-up in the body. It's a biotoxic build-up if it's not released. So under stress can be a problem. Men, 50s, get retrenched.
Yes.
Sometimes they can't go home and tell their wife and their family. They've got a payout over a year, they get that paid monthly. They go off their laptop and their mobile phone, sit in a coffee shop for the day and come home, pretending they've been at work. You don't call people on their landline much anymore, you call them on their mobile.
Yeah.
So people can hide.
They can carry on the facade.
Absolutely. But what's happening, they're being eaten away. This is under stress, boredom, rusting out inside.
Well, there's a lot of press lately, and the politicians love to jump on and talk about underemployment as an issue, Tyler.
Absolutely.
That's the same thing. Like people not spending their time fruitfully are actually, you're saying it's under stress? Is that?
You betcha. It's under stress.
Am I on track there?
You betcha. There's a hormone called cortisol. It's one of the flight hormones. We all know about adrenaline. Most people have heard about adrenaline. And cortisol is the other one. Now, cortisol is a magical hormone that supports us. However, if the tap doesn't get turned off with cortisol, because people are so charged into something, then that will keep going. When that keeps running, it's toxic.
Oh, okay.
It's like there's nothing wrong with a glass of wine.
Okay.
However, if you drink wine all day, there's a problem. Anything in moderation is good, but when it gets out of that, it becomes toxic.
Okay, yeah.
And too much cortisol shrinks your brain.
Oh, okay.
Physically shrinks it.
Well, no one likes the idea of that, I'm sure.
No, and it physically cuts off all sorts of neuronal connections in your brain. So your clarity of thinking, your cognitive ability decreases.
Okay.
So it's something that we have to watch and watch it carefully. And there's very simple signs and symptoms that we can see that tell us, heck, we're producing too much of that.
Okay. Well, that's 2 you've named, and you mentioned off camera 4. So let's get on to the third one.
Overstress.
Overstress. Okay.
Now, overstress is a brilliant tool. Everyone sat for some sort of exam. When we have an exam, we go into overstress. And that's the part that drives us. If we're going out there to perform anything physically, athletically, we go into overstress. It's the driver. It's a wonderful, wonderful thing that supports us in moving ahead. However, we're in an age now where people are going to bed with all sorts of electronic devices. And that is overstressing the system. It's not allowing the system to recover.
That constant companion,
That constant stuff is sending the cortisol levels up, and they keeps the tap turned on.
Yeah. No, I've tried putting the phone outside my bedroom.
Right.
And I couldn't sustain it. But there was unquestionably a better quality of sleep.
My wife, who we work together, she's a stress management practitioner as well, and we've never had mobile devices in our bed, never had anything electronic, and we don't. And we advise people to keep things electronic away. There are some people they're finding now in some homes, particularly with steel framing, that the wiring can set up electromagnetic fields that interrupt their sleep. And they have to then do things to stop that. So our body is very in tune to what's going on in the environment that we can't see, we can't feel, but our body receives the energy from it.
Yeah, okay. Now, what else is on the list then? There's a final one there.
And that's distress. Now, distress is magical.
It's magical.
Yeah, because when the croc's chasing you...
Can't remember that last time I was distressed, John, but anyway.
When the croc is chasing you and you've got to get the heck out of it, that's when distress comes in.
Okay.
And that's when the body almost shuts down everything. Almost, doesn't, but and it puts all the energy into your legs. So you can run faster than you've ever run. The croc's after you get up the tree, and then all of a sudden the distress drops away.
Yeah.
However, if somebody is in a very ugly, violent relationship, then that person can be living in distress constantly.
Oh, okay, yes.
And then that's when this cortisol tap's turned on. And that's when those people are so...
It builds up and builds up and builds up.
And then there's a massive toxic overlay. It can kill them. Because Hans Selye, who I talked about, the father of modern stress, Hans Selye used to say, stress is a wonderful thing. Without it, you die. Too much of it, you die.
Right.
It's how you manage it.
Yeah, okay. So coming back to this question though, so I asked you stressors, we said no, and then we've named 4 types of stresses. So what's the key here? There's a bit of an oxymoron or something.
It is. Because,
what is it?
Because stress is a perception.
Let's land this plane.
It's a perception.
Okay.
It's not the traffic. It's not your relationship with your boss. It's not your relationship with your girlfriend or husband or whoever, or your kids. What it is how you perceive that interaction.
Okay.
So you either perceive it as calming, soothing, caring, nurturing, or you perceive it as bang, 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 highly confrontational.
Okay, yeah, I've seen that in a TED Talk. It was like they did the research and said, yeah, it's people's attitudes to stress is whether they live longer or not.
Absolutely.
Positive attitude to stress, bring it on.
Yep. Yale University did a study. Yep. Yale University did a study in 2012 of 30,000 people.
Yes.
A longitudinal study.
Yes.
And they found that people who believed stress didn't affect them had a 43% less chance of dying before normal people.
There you go.
And it came down to it's how you think about it. So your quality of health is totally dependent on how you think about it. Whether you see stress is something that's going to take you out, or you see stress as something that's going to support you, and it's something you can nurture and work with, or you see, oh, I'm stressed, I've had it, I'm out of here.
Yeah, right, okay. Fabulous. All right. Well, that's really good. Hey, I've got some more questions. Shall I stick around and do a few more?
Love to.
Videos? Okay. Now, how do people get some more? Dr. John Himwood. What's the key?
The easiest way, if they go to stresstostrength.com.
Okay.
On our website, there's everything you need there, from training, personal courses, whatever it is you're looking for in the stress and emotional resilience arena, because we teach you how to become emotionally resilient. Okay. That's the key. Fabulous. All right, now we're right out of time. We've used up our full 10 minutes on this one, John. But anyway, stresstostrength.com is the website you want to attend if you want to find out more, and obviously some more learnings from Dr. John Himwood. Thank you very much. We'll speak to you next time on the eCentral Business Show.